list of public hearings. In terms of business meeting, the first item is to finalize the transportation-oriented district zoning overlay, design guidelines, City Council Order 2016-249, amending Title 17, zoning Section 8 by adding a new section relating to transit-oriented districts. Mr. Stevens?
Yep, Mr. Chairman, my apologies. We were not able to finalize those guidelines, so they're not before you to finalize. I will report that the City Council did approve the TOD zoning overlay district. They made some changes, though, and that's sort of what we're catching up with on the guidelines to make sure we can incorporate that. The biggest changes are the Wallaston T Station and Quincy Adams T Station were removed from that overlay. So some of the graphics needed to get updated and so on and so forth. So I did get a final draft, but I did not want to submit that to this group today without giving you guys ample opportunity to take a look at that and be comfortable with endorsing those. I do expect to have those ready for you January 11th. And you'll be receiving your copies for review prior to the planning board, probably in the next planning board packet you receive.
Okay, the next item of business is a review and determination to endorse or deny an approval not required, what's called A&R approval not required, for 58 to 64 Faxon Lane, planning board case 2016 A&R-13. Just give you a little bit of background. In the past, I would say probably 40 years, the submission of an approval not required plan, formally submitted, which means it has to be filed in the city clerk's office and copies given to the planning department. The planning director has been authorized to sign the approval not required plan, provided it meets the language of the subdivision control law. The problem has always been, the problem has been, it needs to be endorsed within 21 days of submission. Now, the board, actually the planning director has been the authorized signature for the board, understanding that the board may not be meeting within that prescribed 21 days. Recently, city solicitors review has determined that they need to come to the board, even though they've been endorsed or have been endorsed by the board's representative, whether it be the director or, because I've been the authorized signature as chair, and even before that, and when I was planning director, I was the authorized chair, authorized signature. But the city solicitor has ruled that it should come into the board, okay, and if the 21-day thing is in jeopardy, then the board strike that. The authorized person could sign it, but to make sure that the board was aware of the action. That's an adequate summary. The 58 to 64 Faxon Lane was endorsed, am I correct? Correct. Because if not, the 21 days would have expired and then it's deemed approved. Now, it is an approval not required. In other words, it doesn't necessitate a subdivision. As long as it has sufficient frontage and land area, simply stated, on a road recognized, then it can be endorsed as an approval not required. So both 5864 Faxon Lane and 14 Dartmouth Street were both endorsed because if they had not been endorsed, the board wasn't meeting in the prescribed 21 days and they would have been approved. The 7 to 11 Independence Avenue is one that came in a timely fashion so that the board could review it. And again,
Mr. Chairman, I'd just add that these A&Rs are not like planning board cases that require a public hearing, 2 weeks notice. These would come in as simple business items.
All right, so the 7 to 11 Independence Avenue, which is right on the Braintree-Quincy line. This is a, oh, this is, okay, so as you can see, the Braintree Planning Board endorsed it, okay, as an approval not required. There's a little used frontage section that talks about minimum lot size, strike that, minimum frontage of 20 feet. Clearly, this lot in Quincy only has 27.71 feet. Yeah, the land area is like 8,400 square feet, which I think is that industrial? Do we know? Industrial A, okay, so the minimum lot size is, I think, 5,000 square feet. With a frontage of, don't quote me, but I want to say I think it's 75 feet. But clearly, these are being merged, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, see, it says that, okay, yeah. See, they're merging this lot to this lot, okay? So, the entire parcel will now be conformed, okay? So, my opinion, okay, was that the board should endorse this, okay, because it is an approval not required. It's actually a conveyance plan. It's just merging this with this, okay, and whatever the purpose is. I know there had been interest in developing it, but I know that it's got some other issues. So, my recommendation would be that the board endorses this. And I would so recommend, which means
Is there already a project there?
I think it's vacant. I think there have been several projects like that proposed.
The Braintree side has been.
Yeah, and it was appealed, I believe. I think there was a decision issued by both, I think the Quincy Zoning Board of Appeals and I think Braintree, but it was appealed, and it's probably still under an appeal by, I don't know who appealed it, but this would merge it all as one lot. And
Gives you enough frontage when you, there was not the border of Braintree and Quincy right there, would be enough frontage on both sides.
Yeah.
Again, since we interrupted that lot with a town line, that's the reason for the lack of frontage in Quincy and the abundance of frontage in Braintree.
So,
And when a project eventually gets built on it, who gets approval over it? I'm a little bit confused. Like, does it become a joint planning board from Braintree and Quincy?
It could.
you could, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think happened
Yes.
on at least one proposal. This is the old Blackie Palmer's garage.
Yeah.
Um, But, and in all honesty, okay, there were some loopholes within subdivision control law, but which would necessitate the board, the authorized signature, signing it, okay? But the roadblock then becomes, when you get down to inspection of services, it doesn't meet zoning, okay? So then it's in front of Mr. Duker and his people, okay? So by the mere fact of endorsing, okay, doesn't guarantee that it meets all the zoning, which is a stopgap in some cases. All right, so I will
Yes, that one, please.
sign and I'll pass it along.
Is that the only one?
No, the paper copies have to be signed. Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
the paper copies are.
in here?
Yes.
You need to make a motion.
yeah, probably you're right. Member Callahan is saying that if we should, there should be a motion and a second to approve them on the flight to 711 Independence Avenue. So Mr. Callahan made the motion. Is there a second? Second. Discussion, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Approved.
Sorry.